Jace over here with RealAgriculture.com, and we are at the Alberta Combine College event put on by the Alberta Canola Producers Commission and the Canola Council of Canada, and I'm joined by Autumn Barnes.
Hey, thanks for having me and for getting all the names right. That's awesome.
Well, I do what I can. Okay, so what do you got going on today? This is pretty unique for the summer, and we're normally outside, so I kind of like this.
You know, it's a pretty special day. So this is Combine College. The Canola Council of Canada and Alberta Canola used to do Combine clinics years and years ago, before my time. I think the last one was 2010 or 2012, up in Westlock. So maybe some of your viewers were at that fated show. But oh, were you? Cool. So. The private industry started doing their own combine clinics, and we kind of stepped back from that. And we've had a lot of requests in recent years to do a really technical focus, a really technical day about harvest settings, and with less of a focus on sales. So what we actually decided to do was to make a whole big kind of harvest extravaganza, I guess. So the theme really is all around harvest, and what's actually really cool. So Alberta Canola and the Canola Council of Canada kind of are co-hosting this. Alberta Canola, of course, represents the canola growers in Alberta, and Alberta Canola is a member and a funder of the Canola Council of Canada. They also fund the Canola Agronomic Research Program that the Canola Council of Canada administers. So it might sound a little complicated, but one of the cool things about Combine College is that this is an opportunity to highlight a lot of the research that's been administered through the Canola Council of Canada, that's been paid for by the provincial grower groups like Alberta Canola. So, you know, in Angela's presentation and in Joel's presentation at the beginning of the day, both of them were referring, you know, quite a bit to research that's been funded by growers here. So it's really exciting that we can take that information and bring it back to the people who need it and who did fund it. So. We started the day with Angela Brackenreed, who's my colleague from Manitoba, who's the Canola Council's Harvest and Storage lead. So she kind of introduced the topic, talked about you know, some data and some of the things we know, why harvest is such a priority in the canola industry. Then we had a speaker from PAMI, the Prairie Agriculture Machinery Institute, and he talked about their research around harvest losses and measuring losses and things like that, which was really cool. Then all of our attendees split up. So when they registered, they each picked a combine manufacturer that they wanted to go with. So half of them in the morning went to their combine manufacturers, and the other half of them went down to we're calling them coaching sessions because we're in the NMAC Center in Lethbridge, which is where the Hurricanes play. So we kind of have a hockey theme. And so in the dressing rooms, we actually have a kind of interactive hands-on 25-minute coaching session. So we have the Canadian Grains Commission talking about grading and quality. My colleagues Ian Epp and Greg Seklich are in one of the rooms talking about harvest aids, and then myself and Clint Yerke, also with the Canola Council of Canada, we're talking about late season diseases like, you know, clubroot, sclerotinia, blackleg, and verticillium. So yeah, and it's been a really fun day. Actually, it's lunchtime now, and right now up in the hall we've got Brian Innes, who's our VP of Market Access with the Canola Council of Canada, and he's talking about trade and market access issues. So really kind of like a full-on harvest themed day. We are inside, so that's really nice. We didn't really have to worry about if it maybe would rain in southern Alberta at some point, or, you know, the wind or bugs or anything like that. So we're here. We've got some great cooperation from 4 different manufacturers, and we also have another session that's sort of the brainchild of my colleague Angela, is this mechanic specialist. So people who are running older equipment, it's you know, an interactive discussion with them on how to do that, because we have gotten a lot of feedback that some of the combine clinics focus on newer equipment. So we wanted to make sure that people running older equipment had an opportunity to get some real tech support in that space in older equipment.
Yeah, well, it's a great event so far.
Yeah, it's turning out really well, actually. I'm really impressed. We have a great turnout. We have about 150 people, I think. And, you know, really great interest from the manufacturers. And then also we have a little harvest trade show behind us. So, you know, there's people with like bin safety cables and loss monitors, and AgSafe is here. And, you know, we have different sponsors that are all related to that harvest thing. So this is something we haven't done in Alberta like this before. So 2019 is the first year, and maybe it's something we would do in other parts of Alberta in the future, but I'm glad it was in my territory to start it out. So yeah, it'll be fun. So keep your eyes out if you're interested in coming to a Combine College, and maybe it'll be an opportunity in 2020.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks a lot, Autumn.
Thanks.